This is Here We Are, and I'm Tonita Cheatham. Ralph Bellamy is a businessman, a former CTA clerk who left his job to pursue his dream of being an entrepreneur. For the past 7 years, Bellamy has ran a successful business in the Roseland community on Chicago's South Side. Now, most people would say that any person that has been around in the same community for that long would be considered successful because the community supports it. The truth is, though, Bellamy is in danger of losing his successful business. After so many years of success, why now would Bellamy have to fight to keep his doors open? Well, the reason is because Bellamy is the owner of Ralph's Place Sports Bar, which sells liquor, which is legal to do. You see, Mayor Daley, along with some community leaders and some residents, are trying to rid their community of liquor-selling businesses that they feel bring down their community. Their weapon to do this? A vote-dry referendum that has been around for years. Now, in this segment, Ralph Bellamy will talk to us about the referendum and the issues surrounding it. Thank you, Mr. Bellamy, for coming to the program.
Thank you for inviting me.
First of all, we should get a basis here to understand what the vote-dry referendum is. So could you explain that to us?
Sure. And there's a apparatus that's legal in the city and state across the country where a community that feels that they're having a problem with a particular business or several businesses, 40% of the community can put on the ballot, get petition signed, and vote that particular address or a precinct drive. So when we, and I'm including myself, and I've been involved in vote drive petitions myself, if a community feels that they're having a problem, it goes to the voter, you sign a petition, it's either accepted or not, and you can vote this particular precinct dry. Mm-hmm. So it could work to my advantage, your advantage, but in this particular case, I don't think that there's some other motive behind this, and I'm not sure of it. The Reverend Meeks could probably clear it up more, but to take a legal business and just arbitrarily throw them out, it's not fair.
Now, do you think that the problem is between the church and the tavern, or the liquor store in the community, or the liquor store in the community?
I don't
is it so serious that you have to leave? I mean, because having a liquor store is a legal business.
Let me say this. I have 33 members in my organization.
And we'll talk about that too.
In particular, there's a church and a lounge with adjoining walls. They share parking spaces every Sunday. This particular church and lounge, they coexist peacefully. No problems. But for an individual just to come out and close people because he thinks it's going to bring other businesses in to replace these liquor stores, we're not the problem.
Well, he would be Reverend Meeks, who is the pastor at Salem Baptist Church, which is in the Roseland community. He, along with residents in the community, with the support of the administration, feel that they should rid the Roseland area of the liquor stores in the area. Do you feel that the people, Reverend Meeks, and we did invite him to come to the program, he wasn't able to make it, do you feel that Reverend Meeks and the people in the community understand the economic impact that it would leave on the community if the liquor stores were taken out of the community, which, like we said, are legal businesses?
Yes. No, I don't even think they consider that. Most of these stores, clerks, bartenders, barmaids are heads of families. They are people that, in some cases, are head of households. They have their children to feed. In some other cases, these are second jobs for these people. They need to work. So Mr. Meeks has said that forget about these people. They can find other employment. Well, if you've ever been a barmaid or a bartender, that's not the easiest job to have. So they're there because they need to be there. So with the mayor and Reverend Meeks, they should try to find something for these people to do. They haven't even offered to get these people replacement jobs. They haven't considered that at all.
Well, what about the argument where they say that, oh, well, if the liquor businesses leave, then it will be replaced by other businesses? I mean, how easy is that to do?
I'll give you an example. If you're familiar with East 75th Street, over 20 years ago, they voted from, I believe it was from Jeffrey back to the lakefront, dry. Now, that's what happens when you dry a precinct. It looks like a bomb shelter over there now. They've had 20 years to invite businesses to come back in that community. It has never happened. All you do is see boarded up buildings where businesses used to be. Same thing is going to happen on Michigan Avenue if this guy is successful.
What do you say to those people whose argument is that, well, these liquor establishments, these establishments that sell liquor, they invite all kind of negative, invite in all kind of negative people that one thing leads to another, where there's leaving of litter to other, well, I'm not going to say drugs, I'm sorry, and to other activity that is not appealing, that most people don't want in their communities. What do you say to these people whose argument is that?
As far as the trash is concerned, most of our businesses are responsible enough to collect the litter that these people, now we're not responsible after they leave the place, but we are responsible for the surrounding area. We police our area. As far as inviting what
unsavory characters.
That's what I wanted to say. You get off of work, most of those lounges and stores more often are in bus stops, right? What is the matter with you getting off of work at 5:30, getting off the bus, going into the store, get you a six-pack, and take it home? Nothing. We are not responsible for the actions of people that come in that are of legal age to buy this product, and then they leave, they cause problems. This is a business for us. No different if we sold you a pair of stockings. No different. So we don't invite, we don't encourage, we don't invite those people in there, but they are of legal age, they have the money to tender for these products that we sell. We can't do anything about that.
This is Here We Are, and I'm Tonita Cheatham, and we are speaking with Mr. Ralph Bellamy, who is the owner of Ralph Sports Bar in the Roseland community. We're talking about the vote dry referendum. You were making a very good point during the commercial, and I want to give you the opportunity to say that.
Okay. I'm a business person, you're a business person. You're a bad owner, I'm a good one.
We have the same business?
Same business.
Same business, okay.
Same business. If the community is having a problem with your store, all you do, start your petition and go after you. 40% of the registered voters in that particular precinct could take you out of business. 40% now. But on the other hand, and it's harder to get 40% of those registered voters to sign that and to put it on the ballot and to get it to go. But since you're a bad operator, I'm a decent operator, it only takes a number, 25%, to go after me and you. Even though I'm not causing the community any problem, you are. But it's easier to get 25% than 40%. And that's exactly what's taking place out in Roseland now.
Do you feel that this is a more of a fight between the liquor selling businesses and the churches as opposed to anything else? Because if both can be in the community and both can be supported, then where's the problem?
Reverend Meeks doesn't have the support of all those black churches out there. You have not seen one pastor or minister when he calls these press conferences behind him. Not one in the Roseland community. The only other pastor that has been shown in the photos with him is out of our community. He doesn't have the support of those ministers in the Roseland area or along Michigan Avenue. And they far outnumber our stores, the churches do. So if he had community support, he would have the support of those ministers also, which he does not have.
Because we know it is legal to sell liquor in this country, I guess I'm trying to get more to what you feel may be the basis of this argument? Because prohibition, I mean, was repealed years ago.
It's hard for me to comment on it when you can't really talk to the Reverend Beeks. He will never, ever sit down and talk. He don't answer phone call. He does not answer correspondence through the mail, nothing. So I wouldn't like to speculate what his ideas are in the back of his head. The real deal is that he's going to be, him and the administration here in Chicago are going to be responsible for the economic demise on Michigan Avenue if this thing is successful. And we're fighting hand and tooth right now.
Now, there are other things that, because you are a business, not just you sell liquor, but you are a business, and I'm sure that you support, I know some businesses in that capacity, they give support to the community. How do you give back to the community, to the Roseland area?
Well, in my particular case, I'm the treasurer of our block club on 113th Street. And anything that's necessary on our block, if they need any kind of financial support, we give it to them. The churches had jobs fairs there. We've contributed money to certain churches, and that's why I say they don't have support of the church. We've given money for job fairs in the community. Right now, I don't know if you recall, back during the summer, we used to sponsor baseball teams. Back during the summer in the suburbs, a guy got sued by a young lady. So now we can't even do that. They won't allow us to publicize what we're doing, but it's easier for them to make us responsible for the ills of the community. We don't sell drugs.
We don't sell drugs. Yeah, and it is drugs. Legal. You know, we are getting close to the end of the time. I want to thank you for coming to the program. It's a real sensitive issue, and I hope that the best thing for the community comes up out of this. I want to thank you for coming to the program, Mr. Bellamy.
You're welcome.